How are you?
Hey, Perry.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? What's up, Sharrell?
I like your little background.
Of course, of course.
Oh, okay, not today. Not today. Today is one of those days. We've been really busy getting ready for Thanksgiving. We got family flying in from out of town. Whew,
It's
we're
on.
busy. It's
Yeah.
on. It's on. Like it take us a couple days to get our house ready. We Christmas trees and everything, so it takes us a couple days. And Perry does it up big outside. But besides that, life doesn't stop for us.
No.
We have to get to the Real Housewives of Potomac. But before I get into it, I got to say some things, okay? A couple things. Number one is I don't care how many times I tell people reality TV's fake. They don't listen to me. We had Deontay showing a script. Remember, he released
Yeah.
the script.
Yeah.
It's fake in a couple ways. Either one, they straight out tell you what to say or do. That's not on the Real Housewives of Potomac, though. Or two, they get together before a season airs and they're going to talk about what they're going to do. And then they overreact and get buck wild crazy. And then I recap it and call them a bunch of heathens and idiots and dumbasses. And then they get mad at me. I think people forget. For them, this is their job. I'm going to turn it up. I'm going to do what I need to do. Well, I need to do what I need to do too, Mia. Okay? I
Yeah.
have to break it down the way that I see it. If you give me foolishness and nonsense, oh, I forgot to ask the people where they're from. I'll do it in a minute. If you give me foolishness and nonsense, then that's what I'm going to report on. I don't need you running and crying. She's ruining my career. She's been doing this for years now. No. It's my job to tell it like I see it. So if you guys want to turn into Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which you have, okay? And then Mia, if you want to jump on the other side, and then people claim you to be racist because you jumped on the side of the yellows, and that's another thing. I'm going to review it the way that I talk behind closed doors, okay? Like we're not here teaching people. If I call somebody fat, that's just what I think. Does that mean I think all people are fat and oh, Sharrell? Yeah, no. Listen, they're putting on a show. I'm gonna put on one too. Okay? I am putting on a show. I clown for you guys.
Can I?
These reviews.
Can I just tell you how I feel about them?
Please, if you want to go hang with the yellows, somebody asked me. Oh my God, this is so funny. So I calling light-skinned black people. It has nothing to do with any other nationality. Yellows, high yellows, is what we call them in my culture.
When you have a light skin
It's not a
complexion.
term of meanness. It's just the description. It's like calling somebody, I don't know, short. They're yellow. But some Asian person thought I was talking about them. I didn't even click in my mind. They were like, Sharrell hates Asians. What? No, I'm just using slang. Like the young kids, you know. What's the new word for your enemy? Op. I didn't know what that was.
Okay. Don't confuse me.
Op.
I have no idea.
They're changing slang every 5 minutes, don't they? I'm using slang, people. This is how I talk around the house, okay? Old slang, according to my children, slang. So listen, that's what it is. We're not here. This is not a serious video. I have serious videos, and then I have foolery, and this is foolery. This is blatant foolery. Okay, so no one get offended. It is what it is. With Mia, I'm sure you're nice in your public life, but girl, please, you doing your job. I got to do mine.
Right.
This
Yeah.
is ridiculous.
And just because they act a certain way on the show, it don't mean they ain't that way outside the camera neither now. It could be, but we don't know that part to be true. Just what they show us on the show. And I'm starting to lose more respect by the day.
I know. Listen, I'm not trying to be mean to you, Mia. It is what it is, but we'll get to that in a minute. So I want no one to be offended by the things that we say. If you don't like someone, if someone said something, throw shade back. That's how we do it over here. We're vultures. Thank you, Marjorie. It's not personal. This is a silly video. I'm going to throw lots of shade because that's what I'm going to throw lots of foolery because that's what they've given us. And I think this is the only sensible thing I'm going to say. Reality TV is a hard job because the more disrespectful you act and the crazier you get, the more money you'll get. If you get labeled boring, that's like a curse. But you also forget at the same time that you are on national TV. And a lot of young people are watching this. That's why, they have the Bad Girls Club and what's it called? Baddies South, where all they do is fight. If the adults are acting like damn idiots and fools, the children are going to do it. Teenagers, young 20s, stuff like that. I think these older women, and it is what it is, get mad if you want to. These older women have got themselves caught up in a cycle where they forget that they're role models. They forget because they talk about their cash, ching, ching, ching. And you're acting no worse, no better than the Bad Girls Club, than Baddies. Then what's the one? Jason Light. What's Jason Lee's show? Bobby Lightly. Purr. You guys are acting just like that. Purr. Okay? So don't come over here with your slick, sneak emails cussing me out because I'm only reviewing what you're showing me. Okay?
That's it.
Purr. But besides that, and not only are the kids watching, everybody's watching. You have to remember. Listen, I do the same thing. Sometimes I get on these videos, I cut up, I act a fool, and I forget who's watching me. And you never know who's watching you.
Right.
You never know. It could be somebody from the show. Well, most likely it is going to be somebody from the show. It could be. Hold on, everything's rolling in fast. Hold on. It could be the president of the United States. Let me show you this clip of what Michelle Obama said. Michelle Obama, and you are acting your worst.
Housewife franchise is your favorite? Oh man, I want to say Potomac. Yes. But I just don't like it when sisters are arguing with each other. I just don't like to see that on TV. It's okay if white women fight with each other. You would have it fine by the one person on TV. But I'd like Potomac in Atlanta.
Yeah. She tried to give them advice, all that go low, go high stuff she be talking about. I don't like them to fight. Michelle, stop lying. This is why we watch this trash. This is complete trash. They have turned into Beverly Hills. They're doing the same plots. They're singling people out. Then they get mad when the audience reacts and like, you're acting colorist. When you're throwing water in somebody's face or drinks? I don't know what she was drinking.
Yeah, it was some wine or some, it wasn't water.
Rewind a few episodes. Robin's event was a damn field and 3 potato sacks. She has the absolute nerve and audacity to critique the accommodations.
Thank you.
Let's get into it. I don't know. I'm going to do it in 2 parts. Let's do before the restaurant and after restaurant. Because after the restaurant, when they're at Peter's place, that's all I want to talk about. First, let's talk about how Peter has wormed his way into the Real Housewives of Potomac.
Yeah.
Now, Peter, I seen you on Michelle's show yesterday. Okay. Look, you said yourself that you put on. You said the happiest part of the show is because they showed your restaurant. So you're part of the foolery. Okay? Okay, Peter? You want to be a housewife? Cynthia's gone. So you reached out to your boy G and you designed this awful, awful plot that's going to follow Mia for the rest of her life. Because don't forget, when you get off the show, your reputation goes with you, Mia. Why can't you act like Karen? Why you have to, what girl, what are you doing? Well, let me start all over. Sorry, Perry. You don't have to interrupt me just to get in. Thank you,
I know.
Meryl.
I mean, I don't know what's going on. I was about ready to say,
Grow the fuck up.
Oh my
I'm just saying. I mean,
But
I'm over
Muriel
here.
said Mia was gaslighting Wendy all along, Robin. It was a setup. The whole thing was a damn setup. Prophet Nene told us in 2014 about him. I mean, Peter, he went on Michelle from the ATL show, who's one of my favorite bloggers. I love you, Michelle, but Peter's a mess. Peter's a mess, and you are doing this for money. So you can, I don't know what he's going to do.
Advertising. He advertising. I mean, that's what a business person is supposed to do. And if you can get it for free being on the show,
Peter. I can't with you. You might as be one of the women. You said on Michelle's show that you put on, and it's the cameras. You know, I'm sure you're a nice guy. Maybe behind the scenes, you done got on my nerves so damn much, I don't even know anymore. But now you're on Potomac. It was all a set up from the very beginning. So let's talk about In This House really quick. And Mia. So you bring your good friend Jacqueline on the show. Remember to stand up to you for the cancer scandal. Remember that? Remember why she's on the show? You were scared that they were going to drag your ass, and now you figure if you can't beat them, join them. And then for some reason now you think you're in good with the yellows. Now you got to drag your friend. You don't let her borrow deodorant.
I know that was. I mean, she named about 15 articles. And I'm sure if it was that time of the month for that girl, she would have known to have certain things. She went through a list of shit that she had to supply this girl with. Behind her back. I mean, she out there she ain't standing in front of her.
I tell you what, Mia, you bring me on the show as your plus one and then try to drag me and then go join the bad girls club. That's what we're going to call it. We're not going to call them yellows. They're the bad girls club. You're going to join Giselle and Robin.
Mm-hmm. Freaking frat.
And Wendy was minding her own business the whole time. This is a setup from day one. Shame on you, Mia. Shame on you. Now you want you went an extra step and start getting physical with people. So now you got the title new nut job. Congratulations. You worked hard for your nut job. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Yeah, I get it. You need money. You need a storyline. You better turn to your friend Karen and ask her how she does it. Because you don't have to turn into Lisa Rinna. I'm so ashamed of you. You guys have a spotlight, a platform. And what do you do with it? You make yourself look like a complete fool.
Yeah.
Sorry, Perry, go ahead.
I mean, what they say that, you can take them out the ghetto.
I know.
But I'm just simply saying, like, for her to really come out there, and just being crazy, like, oh, and she want me to share my deodorant. Like, you ain't shared other things way beyond deodorant. Let's keep it real, okay? And less sanitary.
Oh my God.
Let's keep it real. I mean, like who are you putting on from?
You want the girl to stink? Make this make sense, Barry. Huh? I can't use your deodorant?
Yeah. I mean, come on now.
I can't with Mia. You've look, how long she's been on the show? This is the second season? First of all, you come on lying about cancer. I forgave you.
She don't moved on like she never lied.
Yeah.
And then she
lies about cancer.
Her storyline changed every week. Oh, she forget why she brung her friend on.
She did.
Yeah.
Now we all know, fast forward in real time, that they're no longer friends. I don't blame Jacqueline. I don't. I can't. Like, girl, please. What did Austin said? They do anything for clout. They do anything for clout. Mia is turned into Mia the pathetic. Girl, please. And then, once I get mad at you, well, let me keep going. So I wanted to talk about Mia not giving the friend deodorant. I also wanted to talk about Ashley trying to make a storyline out of this Michael thing. It's quickly boring me to death. Okay. Oh, or I'm gonna get the house. No, I'm not gonna get the house. I'm gonna get a divorce. No, we're not gonna. Girl, it's boring. No
Yeah.
wonder you had to join the Mean Girls Club. Let's talk about Karen has not changed her mind. She's not rolling with Sharice. She's
No.
not. She is not. She said Mr. Blue Eyes, and that was the end of that friendship. Is Karen overreacting, Perry? How long are we gonna hold this grudge?
Well, I don't think she overreacting. Like,
Me either.
no, okay. I thought we was gonna argue because I was gonna say
No.
it all depends. Like, the girl ain't giving no effort to make her change her mind about her. You know, I mean, and she hadn't like, damn, she's some kind of queen or something with
So
her
let's
little demands. Go ahead.
It's terrible. Let's call. So Mia gets on my damn nerves so damn bad. I'm sorry, Mia. It is what it is. Oh, Sharrell did an about face. No, Sharrell is reviewing the footage that you gave her to review. And she started out with this Peter thing before they even left the house. Hello, Peter. Because this was all a setup. All a setup.
And
And
did
no one's
you
going to
say,
protect you when you are joining the Mean Girls crew. It looks like pure colorism at its finest.
yeah.
No one's going to protect you, Mia, please. And then when people start getting mad at you, then here comes the crater face. I'm sick of crater face, okay? Anything you want to say but before when they were at the house? Why didn't they turn on the AC?
Now that I didn't understand. And then when they was leaving, it's like, oh, it's a breeze. I mean, it could have been a warm breeze. I don't know. But I don't know why.
Yes, they kept doing this. They kept doing
Yeah.
this. Anyway, let's get to the good part. So let's go fast forward to this restaurant. No, it starts in the car with Mia. Crater face, you was just doing way too much. You were doing way too much, and it was unfair. The shit you were doing was just unfair. You want to make Lisa Rinna money, you want to step in her shoes, then you get the same results from the public. I mean, unless somebody else is going to stand up for you. But I'm not, Crater Face. I'm not. You're in the car. Before you start talking to Karen about Sharice, you turn to your friend who hadn't said a word and said, what'd she say? Shut up or don't talk.
Yeah, don't talk or something
That's
like
not
that.
to you. Don't talk. What's up with the disrespect for Jacqueline? You're going to bring her on national television, her debut, and make her seem like your itch?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. None. They're in the car, and Crater Face declares that she is team Karen because Sharice wanted to go to a hotel. She had to talk Sharice out of it. Harry, can somebody tell Sharice you're broke?
Yeah. I mean, what kind of, I mean, did they have a Motel 6 nearby? Or, I mean, where would you going? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, was anybody going to be hurt by you leaving the house? You just got back on the damn show. I mean, I don't know what's going on with that.
She acts like she's still this rich woman that requires this posh lifestyle.
Mhm.
Sharice, we all know, girl, you don't even live in Potomac anymore. Okay? Don't make me pull out a map. Don't make me pull out a map. What is wrong with Sharice Perry? Did she forget that she's broke?
I think, like, they do forget. When they come on the show, they so used to lying.
Why the fuck you lying?
You know, they lie so much, right? And that sometimes, you know, if a person lied to themselves enough, they start to believe it. Somewhere in her broke ass mind, she thinks she's rich. She actually believed this. So,
Hey,
I
what's
mean,
a broke mind?
huh?
What's a broke ass mind?
A mind that's broke. Like, typically she know that she's broke, but I'm saying you can lie to yourself enough to where you believe the lie. And she keep telling herself, I'm rich, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
So ridiculous. Like, Sharice, where's your humbleness? Just be glad to be back on the show. Like, girl, please. You know you didn't have enough money to go get a hotel. It was all just for show. Okay?
Yeah.
No.
You know, she didn't walk towards the front door when she was saying that. If you was really gonna leave, you'd have been making reservations, packing your shit, walking towards the door. But no, she is not gonna give up no free meal.
Perry, stop, Perry.
No. I mean, just a free room and board. She's not gonna give that up.
Perry, stop. Perry, stop.
When you broke, it's about survival, Sharrell.
She enjoys the free meals that Bravo gives them.
Yeah, and the free drinks, that shit is not free.
When is the last time that Sharice has been to bar one and paid for it her damn self?
And when she gonna host a party? But now I will say this: if she hosts one, it'd probably be better than Robin's. That field day shit was a mess.
Anyway,
Out there with the fleas,
in one car they're talking about you are a mess, Perry. But you're right. I mean, I don't know what a broke ass mind is, but I think she must have one. I don't know what it means. What is it? What does that mean? Never mind. Anyway, and then so that's what they're talking about in one car. In the other car, they're talking about the sickest conversation. How Robin poops in front of her children in Juan, but then she washes herself naked in front of her 14-year-old. She does this. This is what she said. I just do this, and I'm just naked, and they just walk in. 14, Robin. So somebody call Chris Hansen. What the hell is going on?
It was very strange. And then people wonder why she got a dysfunctional relationship. I mean, something ain't tight up here. It's not tight. A person would do that, and people would speculate on how close her and Giselle relationship is. But if you out there flashing the world, you probably would do any damn thing.
Here, I don't think Robin walks around naked and washes herself between her legs in front of her children.
They come in all the time, and I just I'm thinking, but damn, I almost had to hit the rewind button because I'm not sure if I'm hearing this shit right.
You had to rewind it.
Yeah, because I'm wondering, I mean, did I mishear something? Because I would thought she would say, no, that is not the good thing to do in front of your kids. Well, they 14 now. They don't see everything. What the hell is going on?
What did she say she told Perry to?
She says, they 14 now, and we're over in family, and I just watch. Really? And then you wonder why your man at somebody else's house. It just don't make sense. And then I think the other one, what's the one that supposedly Ashley? And then Ashley say her mother still get naked. Didn't she say that in front of the grandkid? Like, I mean, I'm like, damn, is this the same?
Yes. What is going on?
I don't know. It's ridiculous. Just don't make no sense to Perry.
Perry, one more time, please. One more time.
She's like, oh, well, I can't keep one at home, but the boys are standing around because they walk in and I just wash. I'm thinking, damn, you a freak.
Oh, God. Okay, Perry, I can't go on. Oh, God. You guys, this is what we do at our house. Perry is the funniest husband for 32 years. Oh, my God. Did you really have to raise your leg like that? Don't do it again. That's enough.
No, she demonstrated it, something like that.
She did do that.
I'm just saying, that's the part. It's like one thing to say it. You had to demo it.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, I can't go on. Perry, stop. Oh my God. Okay. No more. Okay. Because you can keep me going all day. Wash.
Yeah.
So they get to the restaurant. Ooh, Perry. They get to bar one. Okay. Little At the advertising Peter. We got to give Peter a nickname. Please, Peter, you are just too much. And you also said on Michelle's show, hey, this is reality TV. If I have to build, what do you say? Buff it up a little. That's what I have to do.
Right.
So if Peter says that they act a fool for the cameras, you got Deontay showing the scripts. You got all kind of people saying reality TV isn't real. There will always be somebody in the audience that believes it. But anyway, so but this one is not real. They act a fool, but then it turns real because somebody says something to make you mad. But anyway, they get to the restaurant, and I'm gonna go ahead and shout you out, Peter. Your restaurant looked good. Let's hope you can keep it. Let's see. Sharrell, your laugh gives me life. Oh no, Perry gives me life. Perry gives me life. Hi, Sin. I'm at work laughing so hard because you got to see Perry lift his legs. It's so funny. Anyway, the restaurant looks nice. It really looks nice. And so congratulations for Bar One. Miami. And so remember, it started at the house. He told Mia on the phone that he's upset with Wendy. Look at them setting her up because she didn't return his phone calls. I wouldn't have returned your phone calls either. You telling me I need to give your little broke ass $300,000 so you can bankrupt another restaurant? I'm not giving you a damn thing, okay? And I'm only reviewing what I'm seeing on the camera. I'm sure you're a nice guy, even though you call Perry a bitch. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Michelle, I'm sorry about that. Perry had one too many. Anyway, that was funny. I'm sure you're a nice guy, but no, I'm not giving you $300,000. And you guys set this up. So we get to the restaurant before they go in on Wendy and proceed with the calculated plan, because I'm not stupid. It's a calculated plan. Of course, they had to throw shade to Chris, talking about him grabbing other women's butts. He's not even at the table, Giselle. They're not even there. Wait at least till Candace gets to town so she can defend herself. I mean, you guys are see here, you're using Chris grabbing butts as a storyline, but that affects his real reputation. Girl, you know he don't want you like that. Stop.
Did you notice how Ashley backed off the story that she tried to put out there? Oh, well, no, I ain't really say he, caressed that ass.
He did
Yeah, he didn't really caress the ass. He just leaned on the bar a little bit.
Yeah, that's what she said.
That's not how you said it. And Giselle said, well, no, but didn't you say he rubbed up a lot? And then the little freak that get naked in front of the 14-year-olds. Oh, all right. I think my version was that his arm would go up their legs. I can't. Like,
that's what she said. Robin was doing the second most last night. She was doing the second most. Mia was the first. Robin, I'd rather you shut up and not have a storyline than turn into this demon. Like, girl, stop.
Because before, we always thought she was quiet in the background and just Giselle's assistant. But now we say, have your own mind, Robin. But when she shows us her own mind, I'm going to tell you something. It's a lot of reasons why that relationship ain't going to work out with her and Juan.
Well, why you got to go for Juan?
No. Huh? No, I'm saying why it's not going to work out. It's not because of Juan. It's her immaturity, right? Ooh. I mean, when at a spot do you learn how to bathe in private, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just not going to work out. And then now that she's showing us more of her personality, trying to be open and out this, the shit she do don't make sense.
Yeah.
It's like, and I don't want to say this because people say it's bad, but I'm starting to wonder what kind of bus she rode to school. I'm just saying.
Very, okay. I got it. We drag. That sounds really bad. Look, I don't know if this is Robin's real personality or she's trying to keep her job since she's got a house and Juan's going to get fired any day now with the lawsuit. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Bonji up here throwing shade. She's talking about Peter's restaurant and food look better than Candy's restaurant. Bonji?
Now his restaurants be looking really nice.
Yeah, it do look
Yes.
nice. It do look nice. And it got a lot of attention, Peter.
Mhm.
And that's why you clowned and act a fool. So it started at the house. You're mad at Wendy because Wendy didn't call. What else do I want to talk about before I get into? Did you notice Jacqueline was still trying to be by Mia's side before the fight by just saying she's bossy, and if she would have acted like that when we were younger, I don't know if we would be friends today. But here we go. As soon as they get there, Peter comes over to the table, beefing it up, because that's what you said. That's what you said on Michelle's show. You said you were beefing it up. It's
Right.
reality TV, so you had to do what you had to do. Because according to you and Michelle was in the corner with you. She was there that day while you clowned and acted a fool and beefed it up, okay? And made sure your restaurant looked really nice, because that was your main goal, according to him, of going on the show. We could have told you that. But anyway, so he starts talking about, he comes over to the table and he says to Wendy, she didn't feel comfortable going anyway. She probably knew this is a setup because they've been treating her bad for a couple episodes now. A couple
But
episodes.
you know what's weird though? I mean, when they first got to the house, though, seriously, out of all of them, I feel like she was trying to have a good time.
She was.
Just watch her spirit. She just come out, and she know that the issue she had with some of these other women, but she tried to let it go.
She did. You got to
But-
listen, the Nigerian in Wendy keeps coming out. And the Nigerian is the classy side that doesn't want to get ghetto, that doesn't want to fight. She tried to make up a couple episodes ago when she said, we're like oil and water. Remember that? She forced Wendy to get ratchet. So anyway, Peter comes over, gives Mia the look. Plan and effect. Get started. So before they get started, Mia goes off when Peter walks off and goes after him to talk to him and Sharice. Okay. In which they tell us, oh, I wonder why she didn't call you back. She probably ain't got no money. This is Sharice saying that Wendy with 4 degrees, okay, in how many jobs, probably 4 damn jobs, don't have the money, the $300,000 she'll get to give Peter to bankrupt another restaurant, okay? Not only that, she claims, get with me later, Peter, because I want to open up a champagne lounge. Girl, you have no money.
Okay, thank you. You know what, though? And the first sign you know she ain't got no money, when every woman walk into the restaurant with a purse, she don't bring one.
Eric, I don't know. Did that really happen? Ferry, did that really happen?
No, it really didn't, but I'm just saying. She knows she broke as a joke.
She's broke. You begged and pleaded to get this job back. Now you talking about you want to spend $300,000 on a restaurant, a champagne lounge. Girl, stop.
When she can't afford a bottle of champagne.
What, have we seen Sharice drink any Dom Perignon since she been on the show?
Well, I mean, the stuff they give out, like the parties and stuff, and that's when she drank. When it's free.
Sharice, and then Mia makes a further stupid comment. I put my money on Sharice, honey. Well, then fine. Open your little lounge in Baltimore somewhere, in the back of your back room of your house, of the townhouse. Okay, that's what I'm being told. You don't even have a house, girl. Your townhouse. Now, I'm usually not this shallow. I don't care where people live, but you got to stop acting rich when you are not.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
I mean, just be appreciative. I mean, let's just try that for a second. You know.
Giselle and Robin and Ashley is using the hell out of Sharice. The hell out of Sharice. They're not even hiding it. She's just being glad to be at the table.
And Mia talked more shit about her. Oh yeah, now I'm starting to see what you're saying, Karen. Oh no, she's talking about she was talking about the Serena girl, right? She said, now I'm starting to lean more to your side, Karen.
Don't come.
I mean, because she is dark, you know. Just saying. That's where it's going. They are using for a minute.
They're using you. You're dark, Sharice. They're using you. You idiot. They don't like dark girls, remember?
Yeah.
Why everybody talking about Sharice's wig? Does it look? I'm
It looks a little dry. I mean, you know, Mia should have threw the wine on that. Just saying. Moisten that shit up a little bit.
the wig as a moisturizer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God, Perry. Oh, only me and you get these jokes. That is so, as a moisturizer. Anyway, so Mia, after saying that she put all her money on Sharice, comes over and informs everybody that, Peter's upset with you. You didn't call him back. And I swear, I'm not reading into this. Wendy tried to be classy. She knew something was up. That's how I feel. She knew something was up. She said, I don't feel like talking about Peter because Peter, who in their right mind is going to give you $300,000 of a bar you claim is worth $1.5 million? I'm not believe nice bar one looks nice, but I don't believe it's worth millions of dollars. Okay? Just up. Anyway, so they get to arguing. So this is the argument goes down. Let me read my notes. Argument goes down, and Mia lectures Wendy. See, I'm not your child. I'm not your child. It's so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful. You should have let him know that you were coming to town. Wendy says, the only man I'd let know anything is my husband. That's how you and your husband play. We don't play like that. She had every right to say that. Girl, what? Who you talking to? Okay. They get into it, and then Mia throws the drink. You're doing the most. You're doing the most. For me, once that water hit my face, all bets are off. That's why they had security there. That's why they had security there, because Mia crossed the line. It's disrespectful. It has nothing to do with reality TV anymore. Who the hell do you think you are? That's when she start calling you names, crater face, because that is so disrespectful.
And then she played victim. See, Mia got this problem. She started a lot of shit, but she can't finish it.
Big shit. Saying you have cancer. That's not small. Who lies about cancer? That's why I got to put you on the despicable list, Mia. I get it. You doing to save your job, get a storyline, be the star of the show. But then you're going to get the heat that comes with it. You're not allowed to antagonize anybody like that. And then kiss-ass Robin in the background calling Wendy the antagonizer.
And see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, like, something loose. If she seen what happened.
She was filming it like she was in high school, and she was going to put the tape on YouTube.
Yeah. I'm saying, the crazy part, it's like she couldn't figure out that Mia was wrong. You know how, like, even a person, you can hate a person, but the truth is the truth. But
like Ashley said that was wrong.
She refused to accept that. You know what I'm saying? If it's sunny out, she gonna say it's cloudy.
Robin and Mia are out of line. You had no right. She had no right, and it made me mad. I got pissed. And she might say something like, this is a storyline. No. You could go on a show, have yourself a storyline, but act like Karen.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to do it, you should have studied Karen. You don't put your hands, your glass, your drink on nobody. And then she had the nerve to say something about how they didn't do something like that to Monique. Yeah, they did. They did the same thing to Monique. Now, I'm not a Monique fan, but I know when a person's being set up, and that right there is a setup. Yeah. And why is everybody that they're setting up dark? You tell me.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, because they ain't really thought about it until it came an issue the last 2 weeks or 3.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. And then, like I said, Mia started all this shit. But now she a victim. She started playing the victim. And she acted a pure fool. Right? And, well, now, the crater face shit got to her.
Yeah, right? Then she gonna get mad.
Okay, now, but no, I didn't get angry because the crater face comment. How how dare you mention my husband when, was it just last week when you was talking about Chris was staring at your ass?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
How can you
yeah.
get mad when somebody bring G in it? And G don't mind.
Well, okay, let's talk about the
Okay, go
comments
ahead.
she made after. Patrina, aka Peter, needs money to pay Cynthia back. Probably. I can't with Peter. Mia and Peter don't have business together. So Wendy getting in Mia's, what's I say? Our
Ass.
it was definitely on point. Rob man needs a life. She's horrible. She needs a life.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
it's one thing. Okay, yeah, you might beef up. I get it, Peter, for a storyline, but you don't put your hands on anyone. You don't throw water or wine or whatever the hell you were drinking in someone else's face, and then you're gonna turn around and get mad
Mhm.
because she called you crater face. And then she said after this, she said, Wendy yells to her, "You and your husband can go F other women and men, crater face. You are effing Peter Thomas." I mean, look, a lot of times she admitted that she doesn't think that they're doing it. She said it because she was mad, but there's a rumor out there.
Mhm.
Mia, I'm so disappointed in you and done with you. It's not even funny. It's not even funny.
Yeah, it's just like Mia background just speak for itself from her own lips.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
she'll say, I'm at a gentleman club today, having public sex on the beach the next day. And that's how people gonna think this shit.
Yeah.
And we know how G act when he get around people all over the map. But just saying.
And hey, what's this? What I don't understand. So you take the risk to go on reality TV and act a plumb fool. Then you get your feelings hurt when
Mhm.
people retaliate. How dare you? How dare you? Are you that damn dumb? How dare you? What else do I have to say worth seeing? Because we're filled up backstage already. Jackie was telling her at the same, Jacqueline was telling her it's not worth it. She did not listen to a word Jacqueline said. I don't know what happened and how they're going to fall out, but I wouldn't be your friend anymore either, Mia. You went too far. Aside from throwing the water or whatever you had in that glass in Wendy's face, the way you treated your best friend,
Mhm.
you can't have my deodorant. Girl, let's see. Oh, and then she cries and asks G to book her a ticket because she want to go home. Bye. Take your little disrespectful crater face ass home. Let's start taking
Yeah,
questions.
but I'll say this real quick though. I truly respected how Wendy handled all that shit. And see, that could be the difference of having 4 degrees and some education and then being a stripper. Because it was 2 different roles
Harry.
played.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, no, we're gonna go with it, but I was just saying, like, it's the,
Let me try to take some questions for 10 minutes. Hi, Sheila.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey,
Mel, can you hear me?
what's up?
Hi,
What's
how
up?
you doing?
Hi. Can you hear me, Maya?
Hi, yeah.
Hi. Toria, can you hear me?
Yep.
Let's start with you, Sheila.
You know what? Last night's show was ridiculous.
It was bad. It was
It
bad.
really was. And Wendy,
But was it colorism?
you know what? You see how they're picking on the darker skin. Even her friend is darker, and how
Yeah.
it was really nobody's business what her friend asked to borrow. Either she said no or yes. It wasn't a conversation she needed to have with everybody else. She was putting her in a bad light. I wouldn't have been her friend either.
It was deodorant.
Yeah.
Deodorant.
And
It's not $1,000.
I get it. I wouldn't want anybody else using my deodorant either. But if she really needed it, okay, cut the top off after she used it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I understand that, but it wasn't anybody else's business.
Mhm.
And the way she handled, that mess with Peter and just doing the most. And then she even made fun of Sharice for her little stupid wig wearing. Oh, she looks horrible. And then to pretend like she was going somewhere, to pretend like she had money to go somewhere.
Yeah.
And if you notice, she said, well, I'm going to see who I know here in Miami. You don't know anybody. You don't have the money.
Mel, is something wrong with Robin washing her cooch in front of her 14-year-old?
Yes, I think there's something wrong with that. I think she was giving me flowers in the attic in that moment. I think there was a little too much going on, too much information. But I want to say it. But I want to say about Cherise. I want to say, you know what? Listen. First of all, I don't know how anybody can follow Mr. Perry because he had everybody die. I literally had this time. I have to say, I was dying of laughter, total dying of laughter. But I will say this: with Cherise, I don't think she's talking about getting a hotel room, honey. I don't think she can afford. She can afford a phone call, more or less, a hotel room. She couldn't afford anything. So I don't know how she was up there fronting, in my opinion. But you know what? I know last week conversation about colorism was, it was what it was. I'm never going to go there. I just feel this way. And we all know, we probably seen the movie School Days. It's a classic film. If anybody really want to understand what's happening on this season, they need to watch Spike Lee film School Days, because Giselle was a woman who represents what that character in that picture. She's a beautiful woman, light skinned, and she had an issue in that program. It was an issue between light-skinned women and also more chocolate-colored women, and we have seen it on this show. In my opinion, I think that Robin turned into a Karen Trump supporter. Basically, she took that out,
Basically,
she took the camera out, and she was doing that at the table, which I think, you know what, but the show is very well. It seemed like they broke some rules there, that she took that and filmed a moment that was happening in the show, which didn't seem like the producers would like that to happen. It just seemed totally crossing every boundary, in my opinion.
Maya, has Potomac turned into Beverly Hills?
I think that they are definitely, the mean girls.
Yeah.
The Green Eye Bandits are the mean girls. And I agree with, what Mel said. Robin is a Karen. She literally took out her phone and she started filming Wendy as if there is not 3 or 4 cameras like recording them, and this is a reality show. She was like, I don't want there to be a he said she said later on, so I'm gonna tape this. Like, girl. And Wendy, she's getting the Monique treatment. Monique, they were plotting on her, behind the scenes with the trainer situation and her son not being of her husband's. They was plotting on her, and then what happened? The fight broke out, and then they iced her out. Nobody wanted to film with her. They said they wanted security, and she ended up getting off the show. And I think with Wendy, they're icing her out. They don't, because she did drag them and read them for filth last season when they were at Williamsburg, and they didn't like that. The Green Eye Bandits, they did not like that she was literally saying the truth about Giselle and Robin when it comes to Juan and Jamal. They didn't like it. So now it's like they're trying to get her back, and they're trying to punish her for what she said about them last season. And it is disgusting. And if you look at Giselle last night, she was enjoying that. Yes, she was sitting back and eating her dessert, and she was just enjoying everything. And Mia is
disgusting.
I don't know where they got her from. This whole fake plastic Barbie doll persona that she got. I don't know how, because she said, she's had a hard upbringing. Her mom was in and out of jail and was a drug addict.
We don't care no more. We don't care anymore because you showed us an ugly side of who you are.
When did she have the time to become like this Barbie
Let me tell you,
doll?
this is ultimately Andy Cohen's fault. I know that you guys think, why do you blame him for everything? They're not hiring anymore for personalities. They're hiring for storylines. Okay, Diana's rich. Let's show the rich side. Damn how her life really is or what her personality's like. They're buying storylines instead of personalities. Bethany Frankel was who she was.
Yeah.
Broke, loudmouth, came on the show. That's just who she was. Now they don't care about their personalities. We got to follow a storyline. Let's all beat up on Wendy. Let's all get Candace.
It was disgusting. It really, really was disgusting. And everything is like clear as day. They can't even deny it now because it's like she was literally taping her with her phone.
Yeah.
That's a Karen behavior.
Let me read this really quick. Candace provoked Monique too. Robin is a hypocrite. No one likes her. Candace and Wendy are both hit with purses on the show. Tori, I'm going to ask you a hard question. I want you to think about it before you answer it. Should we start crying that Mia needs to be fired?
Not yet.
Why?
Okay. Now, first thing, Andy said when Renna did not film anything, that all them girls are supposed to have iPhones and are supposed to film whenever something happens if cameras are down or whatever.
I didn't hear that. That's what he said?
Yes, and he said it on his radio show. Now, I was happy that Robin filmed it because when they edit stuff, we miss a lot. And they show us what they want us to see. But Robin might have some good stuff that we really want to see. So I'm curious about what all she filmed.
Well, she only filmed her because...
Now, wait a minute, hon. Mia was wrong for throwing a drink. Yes, she was dead wrong for that. But let me tell you a few things about Miss Wendy. Did you notice at the end of that episode last night that they mentioned John Hopkins in writing?
Yes.
Okay. Wendy is not going to have that job too much longer. She lied on the show saying she's the only Black professor and the youngest Black professor at John Hopkins. She's a liar. That's not true. Me and Corey, you know Corey, Brendan's mother, we did the research. She is not the only one. You know, me and Corey both grew up in Baltimore. Wendy is lying. Wendy's lying about that. Now, Wendy and her husband, yes, I know because I'm still paying student loans myself. She's so much debt with student loans. That's why she's renting her house. Now, did you notice when her husband, Wendy wanted to do this Nigerian restaurant, Wendy sought out Peter without telling her husband first. Then she goes to him and he tells her no, she still has boxes of candles sitting in her house that business didn't go nowhere.
Toria, let me stop you. I don't think you don't understand. You're not making sense.
I mean, not at all. Not at all.
I'm telling you, watch what happens. Wendy's tenure is up for review. Watch and see. Don't she lose her job for messing with this show? And she's too smart to be on this show, acting a fool, lowering herself to anybody, knowing that she's got 2 babies. That's all I care about, because I don't give a damn about none of these women. I just care about their children, their little kids.
But Toria, do I have the right to punch you in the face? Do I have a right to punch you in the face?
Now, let me tell you something. In my younger days, if somebody would have said anything about my husband, I would have whooped your ass. Cameras, no cameras. But Mia was wrong for throwing that drink. And Karen really pissed me off. Oh, my back's hurt. Oh, I'm going to get hurt. Ain't a damn thing wrong with Karen. Karen's so phony. I'm about sick of Karen. But you know what?
Toria.
May I say something?
You hold on, Sheila. You know I love you, Toria. We're not going to always agree.
Right, but this show ain't worth Wendy losing her career, Sharrell. It's not. These women are she's letting them take her there.
Not Wendy losing her career, Mia.
Right, yeah.
Exactly. I don't care about Mia. I'm talking about Wendy at her hospital job. That's where she's making the most bucks. She ain't making that much off of Bravo. She's making more at that hospital.
Why should Wendy lose her job?
Because she can't be on that show, Sharrell, acting like that. She is a professor.
She was in her seat.
Our younger generation, our college students.
So she shouldn't have replied. She shouldn't have replied.
She was attacked.
Miss Toria,
right, but afterwards, when Mia was gone away from the rest, walking away, then Wendy started acting a fool towards the end when it went off.
Wow.
She should have just
Miss Toria, I love you.
Ignored Mia and told Bravo filming, I'm not filming no more. She assaulted me, called the police. She threw a drink on me. She assaulted me.
I think that table was filled with fools, and I don't think that Wendy was one of them, in my opinion. Miss Toria, now mind you, I love your opinions, I do, but I think that for me, I don't think that Wendy is responsible for what happened at that table. I think that it was the girls, like Miss Sharrell was saying, I'm
not saying she's responsible. I'm just saying she shouldn't lower her after the drink got thrown. I would have immediately went to that producer and I would have told him, look, she assaulted me. I want the police called.
No, I'm sorry, Miss Tori. You know I love you. I disagree with you. I think
We all love you. We all love you,
we do,
Toria.
we
But
do, but I
stop
disagree.
sipping on the bubbly.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Sharrell, watch what I tell you. Wendy's not going to be on CNN or none of them shows. She's going to end up losing her job. And
I hope she stays there. I hope she doesn't lose anything. I don't think she will, in my opinion. I think she's going anyway. I think she.
I think Robin is in more trouble.
They do have a morals clause when you're a professor in
she didn't break any
them.
rules
But
last night.
she was assaulted. She was attacked.
Right.
Yes, but after that situation was over and Mia was sitting back down to the table,
look at
she should have just shut up.
Let me do this. You guys, I got a long line.
Let me. Can I say this?
We all know Mia is ignorant. Mia ain't got no education. Mia just opened her legs and got what she got.
Hold on, Toria. Sheila, sound off really quickly
Hey,
because I got a long line.
Miss Tori, let me say this. I hear you. I hear what you're saying. If you're sitting there and someone throws water or wine, whatever, in your face, I think her response was better than most because most people would have hit her. So I don't see anything wrong with what you did. And as far as her losing her jobs or anything like that, I get it that she has more to lose than any of those other ladies. But I don't see that I don't see that she did anything wrong. She didn't start it. Robin, number one, she don't need to be filming anything. They have cameras. So she was the one that was antagonizing that situation. Look at it for what it is. They have, like Sharrell said, got together and they have plotted against certain women on that show.
And can I say this?
Really quickly, Mel, because I got a long line.
Okay, I was going to say this for me. I think it's funny to me that there's always the people filming who don't want to be filmed themselves in secret moments. That's what I'll say about that.
All right. Tori, you got to stay. Let me bring up a new group. Thank you guys for calling.
I want to stay too.
Thank you.
Okay, Mel. Okay, let me bring
Bye,
up
guys,
people.
and happy Thanksgiving.
Okay,
hey, thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye, Maya.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. All right. Let me bring up new people. Hey, Don. Can you hear me, Don? Hey, Naomi, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, I can hear you guys. I'm Team Toria and Mia.
Y'all heard Toria. Let's start Don Sandow. Oh my God.
If you don't think Wendy went back and told her jobs what happened in Miami, then you're delusional.
Oh,
if you don't think
we're not gonna call Toria delusional. We love Toria.
Well, if you don't think after she was attacked in Miami that she went back and told the people in charge of her professorship at Johns Hopkins and MSNBC and Fox News that someone attacked her and it will be shown later, then you I don't know, some other words. I'm not going to say delusional. She protected herself. She protected herself.
Now, but I kept Toria on because we're all allowed to like who we want. So
we're all allowed to have our opinions, and I'm gonna have mine as well. But she was attacked. These women, she threw her purse at Wendy. She threw.
What about that, Toria? She
Wendy.
did.
And
I said Mia was wrong. I said
Wendy?
when she threw that drink on Wendy, and instead of Wendy going to the producer saying whatever she said, because I forgot, but y'all know I'm old, but she needed to tell him, I'm not filming with her no more. She assaulted me. Call the police. Because Bravo can't keep getting away with this. These women fighting each other and attacking each other. Throwing a drink on somebody is assault. When Lisa Rinna flipped that table and threw all them glasses at Kim, her ass should have been locked up.
So that's what I'm saying. Shouldn't Mia be fired? Mia crossed the line.
Fire all of them. I don't care. Get a whole new cast.
Let me ask this. Wendy knows exactly what she's doing because when she was walking away.
Wait, hold on.
Why does Wendy have to dumb herself down to get on Mia's level.
She makes herself look really stupid on the show. She really does.
I
When Wendy was
said
walking
Wendy
away,
shouldn't have even acknowledged her dumbass. She should have had her locked up for throwing that drink on her. She was dead wrong.
Let
I'd
Naomi
have
talk.
whipped Mia's
Sit down,
ass.
Naomi.
so when Wendy was walking away, this is why I can't stand Wendy. First of all, she's the biggest hypocrite ever.
Whoa, you can't stand Wendy?
No, she tries to play different like victim cards whenever it will benefit her. She thinks that she knows what she's doing because she speaks.
Hold on, did she play the victim card this week,
So,
Naomi?
yes.
How did she play the victim card?
So the first fight she had with Robin, she was trying to start a fight because she was like, I never called Mia a liar, blah, blah, blah. As soon as she walks out of the dance studio, she's like, everybody knows Mia's lying. Everybody knows she's a liar. So after this fight today, she's acting all like, oh, you're so ghetto. You threw a drink in my face, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as she's walking away, the first thing she says is, I'm going to go beat her ass at the house. That's literally what she said.
Naomi,
if she's at the house, I'm going to go beat her ass. So
Naomi, what would you do to me if I threw some drink in your face? What would you do? What do you think your reaction would be? Because we don't know, but what do you think?
I mean, she's allowed to have her reaction like to whatever she wants. I'm not saying she's wrong for that, but it's the fact that she's playing a victim and acting like she's like so scared when she's gonna go beat her ass. Like, that's what I mean. She's hypocritical. If she was gonna be like, oh, you threw a drink in my face, let me beat your ass, she should have stood on that from the beginning instead of being like, oh, she threw a drink in my face.
See, that's the difference, right? To be
She's
considered.
so ghetto. So is it not ghetto to say I'm gonna go beat your ass? And that's probably why the JHU had to put a disclaimer at the end of the episode, because she said if she's at the house, I'm gonna go and beat her fucking ass.
But she didn't.
That's what she said.
She didn't do that. And I want to say,
Well,
can I
can
ask Miss Naomi something? I was going to say this for me. I felt when I watched the show last night that Mia thought she had a smoking bomb, and it blew up in her face at the table. Now, Wendy was there minding her business.
Wendy
and
blew
this
it
woman's
up.
over there talking about something about call this man or something. I'm like, wait a minute.
Wendy doesn't know how to have a conversation. Like, she's
that was
always
the conversation. Miss Naomi.
she jumped down to
Mia thought she thought she had something. What she got red for filth, and she couldn't handle it. In my
I
opinion.
don't think so. I think that
yes,
Wendy made herself look stupid. I think that Wendy snaps on everyone in the group she's nasty to and rude to, and that's why none of the girls speak with her. As soon as Charisse said what Wendy said, because they actually played the clip where Wendy said that she thinks Charisse is not coming from good intentions.
Charisse lied to everything. She lied about her finances and she lied at the table.
But as soon as Charisse said that, which was the truth, Wendy started going in and snapping on Charisse like, oh, what are you scared of?
She deserved it.
But all she was saying the truth. So if people can't say the truth and say what's what, then why are you on the show?
Wait.
Like,
so there's a
Can I, Sharrell, can I ask a question, please?
Hold on, Mel.
Yes.
Let Don ask Naomi a question. Go ahead, Don.
Naomi, I'm going to ask you a question. So if Wendy is a hypocrite, if Wendy is all these things, do you consider Robin, Giselle, and as well as Ashley, those same things that you just described Wendy as?
No, not at all, because they never liked Monique.
Boom.
And obviously
There it is.
Candace,
There
obviously
it is.
when Candace
There it
got
is
into
right
a fight
there.
with Monique, they
There
were
it
never
is.
going to stop.
Those
What do you
three
mean
women
there it
have
is? I'm trying to
done-
explain my
those
side to
three
you. I
women
don't think
have
they're
done-
Hold on. Let her talk, Don. Let her talk.
Let me explain my
Don,
side.
let her talk.
All right.
They are not hypocrites because they did not like Monique for whatever reason it was. So obviously when that fight happened with Candace, they were obviously not going to be on Monique's side. Obviously they're not going to side with her. The same way that they don't like Wendy for different reasons. Why would they support her? Why would they not support their friend that they do like, Mia? Obviously they're not going to support Wendy. Why would they do that? They don't like her and they have other issues with her. Obviously, they're not going to go around her and be like, oh, yeah, we support you. Like, no, Wendy's delusional if she thinks that. That's why nobody checked on her, because they don't like her because of other reasons, not because of what just happened at the table.
So, Naomi, you don't think that Mia should be fired?
No, I think she's making the show good. Ramona literally threw a glass in somebody's face and drew blood, and they did not fire her.
Oh my gosh! You know what?
So can I respond to that, Sharrell, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because she said that she doesn't think Robin, Giselle, nor Ashley are the things that she just described Wendy as. That is the personification of colorism.
Oh my God!
So
come on now.
Robin,
I'm
Giselle,
dark
and
skin.
Ashley.
I'm dark
Can I
skin.
finish? I'm
dark skin.
Can I finish?
How can I be
Can I
colorist?
please finish?
I'm dark skin though.
Can I please finish?
She is dark.
Can I please finish? Can I
Go
finish?
Go ahead.
That's the personification of colorism.
No,
When
it's
you
not.
don't
It's because
see
I
deep-
have my own opinion on Wendy's personality.
I'll
It
let
has
you
nothing
talk.
to do with her
I'll
skin
let you
color.
talk.
I'm dark skinned.
I'll let you talk. I'll let you
Naomi,
talk.
I don't know about that. I don't know about
I'm dark
colorism.
skinned.
I don't know about
Wendy's.
that.
Hold on, Mel. Let them talk.
I'm
Okay.
dark skinned. First of all, Wendy's personality is deplorable because I don't know if it's because of the cameras
agree
or
with that,
whatever it is,
no.
but from season 1, she has been jumping down the girls' throats, being
I don't agree.
dismissive, being rude, being
Absolutely not.
completely
No.
ridiculous, and she never understands the assignment
No.
ever when it comes to
All right,
dealing with the housewives.
Let me ask you this, Naomi, then I got to bring up a new group. What should happen after last night's deplorable episode?
That was not even that bad. There's been worse things to happen on the show. Ramona literally threw a glass. Ramona threw a glass that hit somebody in the face that drew blood. There has been worse things that happened on the show. Some water in the face is not. That's on the low level of what happened.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, you guys, let me bring up a new group. This is
Honey
heated,
hush.
and a lot of people are
Lord, have
backstage.
mercy.
So thank you guys, and
Wow.
we all have our different opinions, but we all love each other. So
Yes,
let's
we
meet
do.
up next week and
Nothing but love.
continue
I
arguing.
like this. You know what,
Oh, and
Naomi?
Sharrell, Peter sent Wendy a contract. She got a contract, and because Eddie told her no, she was embarrassed to tell Peter. And in business, when you approach somebody for a business, for a bar, and you go down to their bar that you know they own, it's a common courtesy to give that person a heads up. Hey, I'm coming in town.
I will agree to that. I will agree to that. She
coming
should
in
have called
town.
Peter back.
And she gonna say all that stuff about her husband. No, your husband wasn't with you when you went and approached Peter and wanted Peter to do it on camera.
Exactly. And
All
then
right,
she's
you
gonna
let me bring up a new group because there's a lot of people want to talk. Thank you guys. Let's arguing begin next week for part 2. Thank you guys.
Love you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Love you, Sharrell.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Love you,
Thank you guys.
Okay,
Thank you
take care.
guys. Oh, we got a lot of people backstage.
Wow.
Hold on. Ashley. Hi, Jay. Can you hear me? I see Diva. Where did she go? Diva.
Yes, please bring
Diva, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
You did not pull a smoke. You did not pull a smoke. Let me read these super chats really quick. I'm getting behind. Wendy is able to say she works for Johns Hopkins due to them giving her permission. I bet that there is a clause in her contract that states if it goes left, that she has to notify them, hence the disclosure. We got people on both sides here. Stop babying Wendy. She degraded and humiliated Johns Hopkins. She acted like a thug.
Wow.
Throwing a drink is not violent. The way Wendy acted is so hood. All right, let me make sure I caught up.
Throwing a drink is absolutely violent.
Let's start with you, Ashley.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, just to address the ghetto comment first, Mia was the one who stuck her nose into everyone's business where she had no place even bringing up the issue with Peter and Wendy to begin with. And then she is the one that antagonized Wendy. She is the one that threw a drink in Wendy's face. And then she was the one who said that Wendy was ghetto. So if Wendy's going to go back and try to defend herself when actually she wasn't even really being aggressive about defending herself. She was just simply being confused as to why it was any of Mia's business to begin with. So for her to react the way that she did, honestly, if it were me, I would have put Teresa Giudice to shame with the way I would have flipped that table because it would have went off.
Let's start with my girl Diva because she acts like smoke today. She got Peter Thomas on.
Because Peter Thomas Sharrell is a part of this whole debacle. Because if you're a real business person, I'm not discussing my business with nobody but the person I'm supposed to have business with. So that's number one. But number two, I want to say this. I think it's clear what the ladies are trying to do to Wendy and Candace. Okay, Mia's been on 10 since the beginning of the trip by saying she don't even care where Candace is going to sleep. Ooh. And she even said she could care less about Wendy and her confessionals. So the problem here is Mia was dead wrong because she threw that drink. And see, Wendy was winning by when she sat there and she took it and she didn't go off. Where Wendy started to lose is how she kept saying stuff and kept going on and on and on and on and on. Wendy, you're the one with the 4 degrees because this is what you told us. Wendy, you're the one that has the job at John Hopkins because this is what you told us. Wendy, you're the one that's on CNN as a correspondent because that's what you told us. You're screaming at Mia talking about, oh, you supposed to be a boss, you're supposed to be a CEO. Well, girl, you're supposed to be a whole professor and a correspondent on CNN,
Diva,
and you acting a straight fool.
Wendy is the victim. What would you do if somebody threw something in your face?
There's only so
Sharrell,
much a person can take.
she won when she sat there and didn't say anything. She should have waited till them cameras was off. Remember, Nene said, if I hit somebody, I wouldn't be smart. I wouldn't be dumb enough to hit them in front of the camera. Girl, you wait till them cameras are shut down and the people done packed up everything and they gone.
No,
Then you step in that chick's room and you tell her if you ever throw something in my face.
Sometimes people snap. And if you throw anything in my face, Kool-Aid, water, spit, anything, I'm going to snap on you.
Well, she snapped at the cost of her job, perhaps. You know why, Sharrell? Out of all the shows, when has John Hopkins ever had to put a statement up at the end of the show? I said, Wendy, when I saw that, I said, Wendy, you let them win.
Put it up because Mia kept lying and said she had cancer.
No, stop. I love you. Stop it. And let me tell you, and you know what? You know where Wendy lost again, Sharrell? When she pulled a Monique at the end and said, when she get to that house, she gonna beat that chick down. Come on, Wendy.
She said she has to leave the house because if she stays in the house, then she will. So
well, what's the difference, though, right?
No.
You still saying violence that you gonna beat that chick, or you? So it doesn't matter.
So. Even if she did, rightfully so, but it shows.
Well, rightfully so, but it may cost her John Hopkins job. It may cost her CNN. So
I can get mad at you, Diva, and punch you.
There's
no, Sharrell. See, here's the thing. I am not for 1 second Team Mia. I'm actually on Wendy's side. I wish Wendy would have controlled herself a little bit better. I'm telling you, Sharrell, that we have never, out of all the stuff that happened on that show, even when she was in what's her name, Robin and Giselle face, when she was telling them off on that last trip in the last season, how they didn't have no husband and all they had to bring was their luggage. John Hopkins didn't put up no statement. But after that scene right there, because she was coming in their face talking about, she was talking about in Mia's face, she was saying, oh, you're gonna throw another drink? Oh, I let you get away with the drink, but I'm not gonna let you get away with that.
Let me pause you there. Let me read this really quickly, Joy. Mia's supposed to be a businesswoman. However, she doesn't have the money to get herself back home. Ooh, y'all getting ruthless. A dark person can be a colorist, Sharrell. Well, that's true. That's true. Very true. Yeah. I never thought about that. Peter never agreed with the walkthrough of the location. That's why Wendy never contacted him. Joy, please speak your. One more. Hold on. Mia looks like the plastic version. Okay, of the lion. Joy, speak your piece.
Hey, everybody. First of all, is Candace being paid for these episodes? Because she has been a no-show for these past 2 episodes. She's only been on the phone. She lives in the phone like Jamal.
I don't think so. Most of them don't, unless you have some kind of special contract that no one ever has before. Because not even Kathy Hilton doesn't get paid if she's not on that episode. They get paid once a week.
Okay, well, my contribution here is, honestly, everything seems to be puppeted by Giselle. Every drama on this show seems to be tied to Giselle in some way, shape, or form. Now, Mia is trying to find her footing on this show. And it seems as if she goes after people that Giselle does not like. And honestly, when Wendy first came on the show, she did the exact same thing. She joined the Giselle train, but now she's being ran over by the Giselle train. She's now a victim to Giselle, but she treated she treated Monique the exact same way she's being treated right now.
Exactly. Let me try to bring up more people because I try to give people a chance. Hi, Naughty. Hey, Smoke. Hi, is it Comey?
Hello.
Can you hear me, Comey?
Kaomi.
Kaomi, sorry. Where did Smoke go? Where he at?
Oh, I'm right here.
No.
I'm right there with the baby in my hand saying wrong Roby. And that's exactly how I feel about this situation.
How do you feel about it? Say it again.
If I was Wendy, first of all, I would have dragged Mia, her implants, them acrylics, them extensions, them lipsticks, her teeth, her boobies, all straight under hell, and I would have took anybody else who wanted to jump on the bandwagon with her. Because Robin, broad shoulder, deep voice having ass, should have just sat there, drank her drink, ate her crab bits, and not inserted herself. So Wendy honestly let Mia off with mercy, because had that been me, they would have had both my size 10 shoes up her ass, and they would have to surgically remove them repeatedly.
Right. She had every right to. Anyways, she had every right to go after Mia last night.
Absolutely.
Hold on. Let me
her own.
Let me let Kaomi speak real quick. Go ahead, Kaomi.
That's a beautiful name.
Thank you. Wendy behaved. To me, she had every right to act that way, but at the same time, like she can't call Mia, ghetto or vice versa when they both were acting the same. To me, for her saying that, oh, Mia, you're supposed to be the CEO and you're acting like this, but you're a whole professor. You're supposed to have a certain decorum, a certain etiquette, and she did not display that last night at all.
I feel like it's different.
Let me let Naughty talk really quick because I can't. Go ahead.
I completely disagree. Number one, Mia had no business questioning Wendy about business that was between Wendy and Peter. Okay,
come on now, Patricia.
Who is Mia to question Wendy about? Oh, why didn't you tell Peter you were coming to town? It didn't have nothing to do with Mia. She did not even have a dog in the race. And I really feel like Giselle and Robin put the batteries in her back.
Come on, Naughty.
That was not a conversation that should have been had in front of the ladies.
They had for everybody.
With Peter outside of those ladies. And Peter,
not the finger, Naughty.
Yes, the finger.
Too. Okay, and Mia got everything she deserved in that moment. Let me
let Peter respond.
Get everything.
Y'all are so obvious that you don't like this woman.
And I'm looking at her as a businesswoman. I would never support anything that woman puts out.
What about the candles, Naughty?
Naughty, technically we can't because she can't even access her own checking account at Bank of America or TD.
I don't respect her as a businesswoman the way she acted.
Hold on, let me let Diva jump in because Diva, she got stuff to say. Go ahead,
Patricia. How you doing?
Listen. You know what, Sharrell? I love everybody on this panel, but the bigger picture that everybody is not really understanding is you can have the right to react a certain way, but should you? Should you based upon everything that you know you have at stake?
Exactly.
Wendy has a lot.
Somebody threw water in her face.
She was popping up at the mouth. To me,
let me say this to y'all. But let me say this to y'all. When Wendy no longer works at John Hopkins, CNN, are y'all giving to her, y'all donating to her GoFundMe? Because y'all saying she's good.
Now, let me tell you this, Diva. She probably threw gin in her face because she was acting drunk. That stings the eye. And she couldn't see. And don't tell me you don't have a right to get mad if my eye is stinging.
But Sharrell, see, here's the thing, Sharrell. She handled the worst portion very well and then lost it afterwards. She handled it when that drink was in her face. She just sat there. She sat there. So why would you lose it afterwards? You won right there.
Because my eye is stinging.
After that.
Well, Sharrell, can I say something? Like, Diva, I think in an ideal world, we would like to say we would remain calm if someone were an aggressor. But listen, I'll be honest with myself. I'm a very emotional person. All bets are off if you throw a hand.
I let you see me
sweat. Hold on. Let Kaomi speak because she about to lose it.
Go ahead, Kaomi.
I'm about to lose it because I don't know. I feel like we're watching something different. At the end of the day, to me, based on I've been watching, I'm not a Mia fan. And I'm not a Wendy fan, but based on people's comments, it's so obvious that people don't like Mia. Taking out how you feel about somebody, about your personal feelings towards her, at the end of the day, she was wrong, Wendy was wrong. Wendy can't be saying that she's a professor, she got 4 degrees and blah blah blah.
Come
And
on,
you're acting like a ghetto trash.
Come
Wendy, excuse me, Mia can't be saying that she's a business, she's a CEO, blah blah blah. But you're still trying to fight somebody.
Tell me,
They were both
if
in
I
the
hit you
wrong.
in the
They
head, what
were
are you
both
gonna
in the
do?
wrong. So if you see, I'm married. Please, Sharrell, if somebody's sitting here talking about Perry in your face, saying all those things, whether for sure or not, you're gonna feel some type of way. You can't sit here talking about somebody's husband.
I can feel
in
some
their
type
face.
of way and not do anything though.
Get him, Joy.
Don't start.
I can feel some type of way.
Hold on,
that to my husband. I don't have to go.
Oh, hold on. We got too many people talking.
I had one more point to make.
Go
to
ahead.
me, throwing a drink in somebody's face is much more classy than hitting them in their face. That's what I'm saying.
Don't hit me at all. Do not get physical at all with me.
It's totally different from hitting someone. But at
Okay,
the same
Kale,
time,
Hold on. Let her finish and then Joy
Wendy
will
cannot be
respond.
talking all that trash about somebody's husband in their face and don't expect something to happen to you. Like, I don't understand.
But Kaomi, how did the husbands come up? It was because of Mia brought it up, not Wendy. Mia brought it up first.
No, she did not.
Yes, she did because
Mia said, "How are you gonna be doing business with somebody? You don't let them know that you're coming into town." Wendy was the one that said, "Oh, I don't do like that. I don't do that. That's not my husband. That's not my man. I don't do." She
said, "Me and my husband do that." She said, "Maybe you and your husband do." That's not her talking about her husband.
That's her talking.
That's staying on the topic of business. If they operate like that in business, doesn't mean that Wendy and her husband have
Y'all are
to.
not being fair. Y'all are not being fair. You guys are not being fair. She was being making an inference on as far as what she felt about her husband. It wasn't just me and my husband don't do that.
No, she wasn't.
You guys are not being honest.
No, we can have different opinions. I don't agree with that.
Hold on, everybody, hold on. Joy, I said I'll let you respond. Go ahead, Joy.
If you and I are sparring with words, we keep it on that word level. If you take it physical, I have every right to take it to a physical level with you. Wendy did not get physical with her. And she is lucky. What if Wendy had slapped her face smooth? Like, seriously, come on.
What? She's supposed to be a professor. She's supposed to have decorum.
Can I say something?
Okay, I have a degree. You cannot hold my degree against me if you are assaulting me.
You guys are funny.
My degree is for my work, for my job.
Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny.
Let Dawn respond. Go ahead, Dawn.
Oh, hey, Dawn.
When did a professor equals God?
Thank you.
Like, when did those four?
It's not about that. It's the fact that she brings that up.
It's
not about being
when
God.
did those
it's the fact that Wendy.
When did those 4, 6, 8 years equal?
Hold on, let me say this, Dawn.
I can't be a human. I
Wendy
can't have human
let me try to translate.
I can't have human reaction.
Hold on, let me try to translate. Are you saying when you hold a certain stature, like the president of the United States, you bet not respond in a unethical way? Is that
Hello. It's because Wendy puts herself on that standard. She's the one that makes it seem like just because she has 4 degrees that I have 4 degrees and I have to certain. Wendy does that. Wendy does that. I just feel as though they were both in the wrong.
Storyline for 2 years.
They was both in the wrong.
She went from Wendy to hot girl Wendy. Hold on. Now she's trying to be fun Wendy.
Hold on. Go ahead, Diva.
So here's the thing. I think when you are at a certain professional level, you need to act accordingly. And you have to act accordingly at your job and outside your job. Because everything you do impacts your entire life. It's a 360 circle that comes back. I'm not saying that you're non-human and you can't have human reactions, but when you know better, you do better. Nobody's going to catch me with my slip down. Your words are not going to cut me like that. Now, she was dead wrong for throwing this drink in the face, but I wouldn't have lost my stuff on that TV, knowing that I got outside jobs that I enjoy those checks from, and I want to continue having it.
Right,
In that case, you gotta pull the Garcelle. You pull the Garcelle on that chick. Just like Garcelle was Let me just finish my last words. Let me just finish my last words. Just like Garcelle was at that reunion, they was doing her dirty. They was slaying her left and right. Even Andy did her dirty by not acknowledging mentioned what happened to her son and everything else. But Garcelle sat there and she won. She came out on top. Wendy lost that whole fight after she won almost every round because she wanted to say at the end, I should drag her, I should beat her.
Right.
We can play
But
around
here's the
with the
caveat.
words.
Here's the
We can play
caveat
around
between
with the
Garcelle
words.
Hold on, let her finish. Go ahead.
We can play around with the words
Hold on,
on how.
Kaomi. Hold on, Kaomi.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Diva. Finish.
We could play around with the words on how she said it, but she still said it. You can't contradict yourself by saying that Mia is making herself look a mess by saying she's a CEO of her companies, but yet you're not making yourself look crazy.
Kaomi, stay in your seat. Stay in your seat.
but
No,
one sec,
Harry, you want to say something? Go ahead, Harry.
Oh yeah, no, I wanted to say this, and it's basically what Don's saying too. Is this, and I know y'all ladies ain't gonna understand it. Diva.
Okay.
Kaomi, you're not gonna understand this.
Look at Kaomi.
Right? Look, this ain't Walt Disney, okay? And what y'all saying, how it should go in the perfect world if everything went right. But when you're a human, you can have a preacher full of the Holy Ghost. Full of the Holy Ghost. But I'm gonna tell you something. If somebody go up there and throw some wine or water in his face, I wouldn't be disappointed if the preacher whooped off in that ass. That's all I'm saying. And I know he the man of God, but he also a human and he needs to defend himself. And I know what y'all saying that it could affect other jobs. Sometimes you get to make choices that might affect your other jobs.
Hello.
Wow.
Oh my.
Because you are human.
Hello. There's some things in life you got to be willing to go down.
Can I say this? Can I say this, Sharrell?
I'm
Hold on,
sorry.
let John say this really quickly, Diva. Go ahead, John.
Here's the difference between Garcelle and Wendy. Wendy was not attacked. I mean, Garcelle was not attacked physically 3 times.
Yep.
That's why Garcelle could stand and be poised with words because Wendy was
just a
attacking her
sidebar.
with words.
Hold on, Kaomi. Hold on, Kaomi.
Wendy was not being physical with.
She didn't even hit her for real.
I like Mia and I like Wendy. I like everybody. Everybody on that show plays a role, but I like to call it like it is. Now, like I said, Garcelle had words. It was a word for word. There was no physicality in those arguments at all. So she didn't have a reason to stand up and be what's in her, what she has in her. She could have, if that Erica would have hit her, threw water at her, you think Garcelle would have, and threw a person, a phone at her, you think Garcelle would have stayed there?
Let Kaomi answer that. Go ahead, Kaomi, because he's bringing the facts.
So, but see, for me, every action has a reaction. You can't expect somebody to react the way that you will. So that's why I'm saying in this situation, both Mia and Wendy were completely wrong. Wendy
First
was
of all,
wrong.
Kaomi, you're not fooling me. I know you called Diva before y'all came on the show.
No, and I totally agree with Diva. Like, okay, so Mia, she owns her own business, but like Wendy, you're collecting a check from somebody. Like you're representing this institution that's well known, that's reputable. So you can't be acting a fool. Not to mention the last thing that she said when the show ended that she was gonna whoop her behind. Like, girl, like what do you?
Sharrell, just so you. I see Diva, if Kaomi is with her, I'm gonna pour water on both their faces and see if they act calm and they don't try to get in my ass about doing that.
So Wendy, if you guys know the backstory, Wendy did not even get hit in her face with that water. It went in her lap. So
don't do that.
That is an act of aggression. That is an act of aggression. Whether it hit her or not, that was an act of aggression. So we're not gonna be like it has to land. No, Sharrell, that ain't right. That ain't right. If you are aiming at someone, even if you miss, that is an act of aggression. You don't do that.
I wasn't finished. This whole scene is so reminiscent of what happened with Monique and Candace that it's not even funny. But all I'm saying is that Wendy and Mia were totally wrong. One shouldn't have said what she said out of her mouth. Because at the end of the day, you can't. A person can say what they want out of their mouth, but you can't be mad at their reaction to you. It's the same thing with Candace and Monique. Candace was talking trash out of her mouth, and Monique took it upon herself because she felt some type of way to physically respond.
But also,
hold on, Spoke.
Yeah, after her. Yeah, no, and this is a different point. I want
You have the last word because I got a whole nother show to do.
Yes, I just want to just clarify. So when Wendy actually pulled up receipts, so I'll make a correction. Technically, she did not receive like a contract to sign. She asked Peter specifically, "Hey, when can we do a site visit?" And it's because it's like redlining, so I guess there's some stuff they have to make sure the building is in place. So the fact she didn't even receive receive an actual contract to sign, it was more stuff in negotiation, and Peter dropped the ball on that. So the fact that he started this whole mess, and then Mia and dumbass Mia gonna run back to the table trying to battle his fight and lost. It's just a hot mess. But Wendy was not in the wrong. She can be a professor, have 4 degrees, and get into someone's ass.
This restaurant, because we all know that Wendy is not starting no restaurant. She don't have the money, so I don't know why we're. I don't know why
You know I gotta go. You know I gotta go. Don't do that. All right, let me read this. No one say anything because y'all gonna get out your seat. Let me read this. Bravo has shows for Asians, Blacks, Italians, whites, and mixed girls. Finally get their own show, and it's being ruined by
Oh my gosh.
Well, come to biracial bubblegum. Let's have a
I'm not even
talk.
dark skinned and I'm upset with that.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Biracial bubblegum TV. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Biracial. Okay.
Biracial bubblegum tea. Let's do it. Come on the
She paid
panel. Let's talk.
$7 for that.
Let's talk.
But Sharrell, can I say this real quick to Perry?
Really quick.
Now you know the bishop. There was that bishop. What was his name? The bishop that got robbed in his church, and he didn't fight back. He got down on the floor and told them, "Take what you want. Take what you want."
Oh, yeah. You mean the same bishop that threatened people in the neighborhood because they were talking bad about him? That one, Diva, is that very godlike behavior? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
Hold on, everybody, hold on. Biracial girl has one more thing to say. Colorism towards the mixed girls. That's why you guys say the yellows.
She spent $14.
Why is there more smoke for biracial women than the takeoff situation?
Because the biracial women on this show are hell in a handbasket and they cause on the trouble, so they deserve it. Period.
Let me say this, biracial girl. I call them the yellows because I grew up, and I don't mean it in a bad way. Women that were Ashley color, we used to call them a high yellow in the Black community in Detroit. And it wasn't a bad thing. It's just what we called them, like a description. Like,
well, Sharrell, not only that, but I think biracial bubblegum TV, they haven't had to face racism in Canada where they're sending their money from. So that's probably why they have a different perspective or view. But here in America, we have colorism, and it comes in both sides.
I gotta end this because I got another show to do. This was a great show. I want everybody on this panel, you too, Kaomi, to come back next week for part 2. Smoke, you gotta come back.
I like Kaomi. She's a fun sparring partner. Let's go.
She is a firecracker.
Yeah, I like her too.
All right. Everybody on this panel right now, we gotta do this next week, part 2, same time. It's going down.
I'm there.
All right. Thank you guys for calling in. I appreciate the call.
All right, take care, everyone. Have a good day.
Bye, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
That got heated. Where'd Diva go? Hold on. That got heated. I don't know why.
I'm just gonna address Diva because I can't get her the last word. Then we can get off here. Yeah, the preacher kept his composure when men came in to his church. The man lost his composure with the woman. Do you
Let me
remember?
say this really quick because the numbers are dropping. You guys, please don't forget to click that like button on your way out. It really helps my video. Let's get it circulated. Go ahead, Perry.
Well, that's it. I just wanted to know it was another incident where he wasn't. He lost his composure.
Thank you guys, Diva. If you want to call me. If you want to come in earlier, call me, and we can do that. All right. If I didn't get to your call backstage, I do apologize. You guys seen what went down. I couldn't stop nobody from talking, so it is what it is. I want to thank everyone for your super chats. You don't have to support the channel, and you do, so I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. On 3, guys, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
All right.